something that's come up in conversation coincidentally a couple of times in the last 2 days, practices like box breath, 4-6 breathing, 4-7-8 breathing, they're brilliant, powerful, effective practices. They're practices that I do most days. However, they're not necessarily suitable for everybody, especially if you're just starting a functional or conscious breathing practice. And the reason being, it's the comfort level you have around those practices is going to be dependent on your existing stress resilience, your existing CO2 tolerance, and your current health conditions. Like if you've got any underlying health conditions, if you navigate asthma, anxiety, panic, any kind of disease, any kind of, if you've experienced a cold, if you've got a cough, if you've navigated COVID, breath is connected to our entire body mind, right? So if we have any kind of health issue, our breath is impacted. So naturally, when we have any kind of underlying health condition, anxiety, asthma, panic, etc., we're going to have a lower tolerance to CO2. And that leads to us feeling some level of discomfort when we do practices like box breath or 4-6 or 4-7-8 breathing. Because the breath holds are a little bit longer and our CO2 tolerance is less, it can actually push us into quite a stress state. It can have us feeling like we're not getting enough air. And so it's a fine balance between experiencing a tolerable air hunger and then pushing us into that stress state. So will work if you want to start to become more comfortable with those practices. In a functional breathing context, we'll work with you to do gentle and practical exercises to help increase your tolerance to CO2. And we'll work through hormetic stressors. So that's like not pushing you through, allowing you to experience tolerable amounts of stress specific to you, because what's tolerable for one won't be tolerable for another. So tolerable amounts of stress, eustress, which is positive stress as opposed to distress. And in gently doing so, we're increasing your stress resilience, we're increasing your tolerance to CO2. And over time, you'll start to feel the mental, physical, and emotional benefits of all of this through functional breathing practices. And you'll notice over time that you'll be able to do practices like box breath, 4-6 breathing, 4-7-8 breathing with a bit more comfort. It takes time. You can get benefits in as little as days, immediately, in fact, but as little as days and weeks and months with consistent practice. We can increase your tolerance to CO2, alleviate many physiological symptoms that come as a result, mental and physical symptoms, and improve entire body-mind health just through functional and simple breathing practices that are tailored specific to you, specific to your current level of like stress resilience, CO2 tolerance, and your current body-mind health, depending on what you've navigated, if you've experienced trauma, and any other underlying conditions.